Welcome to Talk Purpose and Truth with Eden and Kim, shifting you into higher consciousness, the show that elevates, uplifts, and encourages listeners to grow, heal, awaken, and evolve. Eden and Kim include bold topics, special interviews with inspiring guests, intuitive readings, channeled messages from beyond, including celebrities, hot topics to expand your awareness, and time for questions from the audience. Tune in for unprecedented truth, authenticity, on-purpose discussions, and magical moments.
I don't know if anyone follows Byron Katie, but she has the saying of love what is. And it's kind of like being present in a moment, and when something negative is happening, think, what is the lesson here? What is the bigger purpose? How can I grow? I know I always think that way with my kids too. And so it's so easy to complain and think about, okay, why me? And how does this always happen to me? But it could be a pattern that's repeating in your life for you to wake up, for you to be aware. And that could be why these negative situations keep coming up for you. Or if you're complaining about others, maybe that's something you see in yourself. So I really love Eden said on the last week's episode about rejection. It was really about rejecting herself. So it's kind of like when you complain or judge others, you're really almost saying that about yourself. It's really a mirror, and that negativity comes back to you.
Yes, I'm learning a lot about that now. There's so much to that. I don't even know where to start. But yes, there really is. I mean, just when people don't like being judged, why are they attracting people to judge them? Mm-hmm. What do they need to learn about that? Yeah.
And maybe they're really judging themselves too, and are insecure, and and not really feeling, they're not really feeling their true brilliance, their true gifts, of their true heart. Because if they did feel that, they wouldn't feel that judgment, because we all have that strength, we all have that spirit within us, and you can see that in others. When you see that, you see that similarity, you can't judge them, because you see part of yourself within them.
Right. I always try, we're human, so we have our days, but I try to, no matter what, stop a minute and go, what's their story behind all this? What are they going through? You have no clue what people are going through and what they've been through and what's going on in their life. And so it's very important to try to stop a minute and go, wait a minute, before I say something or think something, can I shift that and look at it differently for that person? And then also, I feel the more I have found that the more I stand in my truth and learn to love myself and step into my power of how I was made, because there is no one like me, just there's no one like you, then I get less judgment. I don't really get any judgment because I'm happy with myself. So I'm not attracting that or putting that out to get back.
That's so insightful. What a gift you just gave everybody. That's incredible. Yeah, it is. When you stand in your power, like Kim said, people will bounce off you. They'll find that there's nothing to judge, because it's just pure light and love exuding out of you. It's like this energy, this wall around you, and that negativity and judgment can't get through. But if it does, it's not to say there's anything wrong with you. It's just, like Kim was saying, have compassion for them. Exactly. What are they going through? How can I be less judgmental in my own life and reflect that to others?
Right. I want to read a quote from Jay Shetty about that I think is really powerful. I'm reading his book, Think Like a Monk. And he says, remember, saying whatever we want, whenever we want, however we want, is not freedom. Real freedom is not feeling the need to say these things. And I think that's another power, is that then you don't feel the need to complain because you're able to shift your view and reframe it and look at it a different way. And you don't feel the need to say, like, if you're in a conversation and they don't agree with you, you're just comfortable and good with yourself. So you don't feel this need to blurt out your opinion and try to make them feel you're right, because that's actually very ego.
Yeah. So there is that. There's a lot of the righteousness going on right now. A lot of people who are coming out of hiding, being more righteous and victim mentality.
Right. And I think I do want to make a point that we're humans, so I am complaining once in a while about stuff that's going on. I am, bitching and complaining or saying something's ridiculous sometimes because I'm human and we got to get it out if it's coming up. But I always say, well, you know what? Let that be 10% of the time, let that out and then go and intentionally really work on reframing and looking at things in a growth mindset, in a positive mindset on what can I get from this in a positive way.
Yeah. And it's like not beating yourself up if you do it, like catching yourself, oh, I shouldn't have done that, But I think that's a good way to look at it, Kim, where you're just doing it sometimes. And and of course you have people close to you and it's almost like a habit to complain together. And then you commiserate and you feel like, oh my God, I gotta have something to complain about because they're all complaining and we're in conversation and I don't know what to say, so I'm gonna have to come up with something.
Oh my God, that's so funny.
That we've both found that a lot lately, that I think it's just that we're growing apart from people. We're just not in that same place anymore.
Right. Because you'll find that as you evolve spiritually, like Kim was saying, you just want to stand there and observe. You're like being the observer. Of people talking about it.
That reminds me back when I taught special ed years ago, and God, it was quite a lot of years ago now. And at first, when I started doing it, I'd go to the teachers' lounge, and it was like that. I literally was like, what if I'm annoying to them because they think I'm too happy? So I would try to think of things that were wrong, or even going in with a disempowered posture on purpose to fit in. And then I soon realized this is making me feel drained and negative. So I started to regularly just hang out in my classroom with my assistants, and I was much happier.
Wow. Yeah. That's eye-opening.
Yeah. So see,
that's
you gotta know who are you hanging out with? Do you need to shift that? Is it bringing you down?
Or unfriend them. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
On Facebook.
Well,
or ignore it.
Avoid at all costs.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's shift gears. Can you talk about generational sadness?
Yeah. So I feel that in just tuning in to people when I heal them, it's actually in our DNA.
I'm through it.
Yeah. So for even when I did the first healing, I knew it was going to be intense. And there was just, because that's the work she does. And she's just vulnerable. And so I think we healed maybe about, we ascended maybe 15 or so the first time. And little by little. So you have to heal in layers. A lot of times your body just can't handle it because you're so used to it. It's part of you. These spirits have been part of you for so long. Like this woman I healed, it's been part of her for so long. Yeah. She almost didn't know her own identity.
Wow. So do you feel now that Eden needs any energy healing now?
Yes.
So, we have only, let's see, we have 5 minutes.
All right, let's do it. Get it away. Get them away.
Oh boy. You really want to do this in 5 minutes and have our audience see these spirits get released? All right. You want to do this, Eden? Okay, let's try.
Yeah, if we can. we're just kind of like putting it out there that this is just an example of what it could be like, what a session with Charissa is like. And we know that it takes a lot more than just 5 minutes.
Sometimes
for it to be
sometimes it can. So,
okay.
So just close your eyes and get into a comfortable state. Understand. And just feel a part of your body now, Eden. Just feel maybe your feet. And just ground your feet into this earth, into Mother Earth. Good. As you take a deep breath in through the soles of the feet. Good. And when you're ready, release. Releasing what no longer serves you. Good. Good. Just feeling ready to let go. Good. As I call in, are there any spirits attached to Eden? Yes. Any spirits ready to ascend? Yes. Okay, I get 3. 1, 2, 3 spirits ready. Just breathing in deep on your own. So we ascend these spirits to heaven. Just visualize it. All spirits, take the hand of God. You deserve to go to heaven now. Release from Eden. Her body no longer serves you. Where you belong. You can still give her messages. You don't have to attach. Any spirits that are ready to ascend, you may do that now. And just feeling a lightness coming off you. Feeling grateful to serve these spirits, to allow them to ascend to heaven. To these, and they say thank you. Yes.
For more information on Eden, go to edensuston.com. For more information on Kim, go to kimlifecoach.com. Make sure to follow them on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook at Talk Purpose and Truth Podcast. If you loved this episode, you'll love every episode. So be sure to subscribe so you don't miss anything. Thank you for listening.